Hello again. We just arrived in Sulphur, Oklahoma, and we are here for a couple days to explore this town and the Chickasaw National Recreation Area. So come along and see what we find to eat and to do and to see, and as we adventure. Well, we finally made our first decision. We are going to go see about Fat Bullies, which is a burger joint, I think, on the water. I guess we'll find out. Fat Bullies has a nice sized deck and welcome pets outside too. The party lights were a good touch, relaxed and inviting. Once on the porch, it was immediately obvious there was no waterfront or water view of any kind. But you know, that really didn't matter. We were there to try their highly rated burgers. Their menu had some great choices like the Vroom Shroom, Death by Meat, Burnout Burger, and Backfire. We chose to split the Baffle Burger with tots. The order came out fast, and first I saw a mound of tots that looked like they fried a whole bag of them. How many do you count? The burger is half pound with fried onions and cheese oozing out all over, and it's sandwiched between two Texas toast grilled cheese sandwiches. We plowed into the tray of food and ate as much as we could. It was delicious, but alas, we could not join the Clean Plate Club. 5 stars for the laid-back, friendly, and attentive Fat Bullies. We went to the town square Old Main Street area of Sulphur and wandered around a little while. At the corner of the town square was this antique clock. When we came back at night, the conditions were just right for some really cool pictures. No filters or special lenses here. In downtown Sulphur, there's a place called the Rusty Nail Winery, right on the Old Town Main Street. They have a nice sized bar, and then they have kind of 5 or 6 tables set up behind there. So you can do tastings there like a typical winery, but one thing that we thought was very good was they had a big TV in the back if you wanted to watch a game, and they also served appetizer type foods. They had like nachos and sandwiches and things like that. So we had some of that with our tasting, and the one that we ended up getting was a Malbec. They have about 4 dry red wine, traditional type wines, and then they have a whole bunch that are a red wine mixed with some kind of berry, and we tried several of those, and those were interesting. And then they have a couple of white wines too. Great place to spend an hour and sit around and chat if you want, and so we enjoyed that place as well. A little farther down the street is the Springs restaurant at the Artesian Hotel. This is definitely an upscale restaurant inside the hotel and casino. Due to COVID at the time, we got our food to go. And I will tell you, I had the smothered chicken with mashed potatoes and asparagus, and it was fantastic. There is absolutely nothing left of it. Great white cheddar gravy, and everything cooked exactly as it should be. The other one was a chicken pot pie, and that was the best chicken pot pie that we've ever had before. So highly recommend that place, that's for sure. No leftovers. Directly across the street from the Artesian Hotel and Springs restaurant is the Chickasaw Visitor Center. This map image is from the National Park Service website for the Chickasaw Nation Recreational Area. You can see the city of Sulphur in the top, directly bordering the park. The first trail we hiked took us around the Bison Pasture located here. Here are some of the things that we saw. I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but right down there is a live armadillo. Oh, it's moving around. Has a long tail behind it. now at the Chickasaw National Recreation Area in a place called the Bison Overlook, and you'll see the bison behind me laying down and feeding. And in 1904, the U.S. government and the Chickasaw Nation agreed to preserve this area and a larger area, and they called it Platte National Park. And then in 1976, even more land was annexed to that place, and they abolished Platte National Park and renamed the whole area the Chickasaw National Recreation Area. Tons of places to hike, lakes to fish in, bison to see. We came upon an area called the Hillside Springs, and you'll see behind me a little springs coming out and then dribbling down the river. And this is the first time that we've come across water that has a sulfur smell to it. So I'm sure that's where the name for the town came at one point. It's not super strong, but it's definitely there. So it says no drinking, so we will not be drinking this water. We also hiked on one side of Veterans Lake. The weather is cold and rainy today, but we are still going to go on a hike by Veterans Lake. You can see a fishing pier behind me over here. And then this way is the dam. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we'll see what we see. The path here is concrete. It's about, I don't know, 5 feet, 6 feet across. So should be a very easy walk if you want to take it someday. Well, we did 15 minutes on the walk around the Veterans Lake here, so we're gonna go back and go for a little bit more protected hike in a different trail here. So we'll see you there. Our final hike went by Pavilion Springs. So we moved to Pavilion Springs, now different trail, still well groomed. It has gravel instead of concrete. There is a little patch right at the beginning where you go up about 4 large steps and an incline, and that's the worst part of the trail. So if you make it up that, then the rest of it's basically straight or downhill a little bit. So we enjoyed this trail too. Another interesting fact in this area, in 1908, Murray County was formed, which contains both the cities of Davis and Sulphur, and there was a competition to see who would be the county seat of that county. Ultimately, Sulphur won, and that's where we're staying, and we would recommend staying in Sulphur as well. It's a fantastic location, close to the park, and to a lot of activities that are here. It looks to us like Sulphur is a growing, vibrant town. If you like this video, check out our other video of Davis, Oklahoma to learn more about some other places in this area. See you next time.